The adoption of this complete mini-bilingual program aims to empower our varied student group. Through the incorporation of critical literacy, cultural comprehension, and language competency, our educational environment fosters a supportive atmosphere in which students can flourish intellectually, linguistically, and culturally. Teaching and learning has the opportunity to explore more deeply into a subject which enables children to be more inquisitive through questioning and personal inquiry from the theme. This is a new journey for the school and we are truly still at the start of it. Nevertheless, there is a sense of freedom to explore creativity within the classroom.
From creativity brings about imagination and innovation. Imagination is the ability to transcend the obstacles to thinking. An important distinguishing factor that is echoed by Kraft, 2002, who suggests to be imaginative, an individual must be able to elevate above obstacles or restrictions placed on them, such as set standards, criterias or rules. This enables learners the freedom and flexibility to explore more widely an idea, thought or outcome that is original to them. Paget shares similar views to Cropley in that creativity as a product or an outcome generates complications due to changing standards of a belief system, judgments that may vary culturally or societally, or the relevance of a product may not become apparent right away.
Within the past year, my school has had a change of headship, and with this change brings the use of the Essential Skills curriculum by Chris Quigley, which covers all the national curriculum subjects with exceeding skills to develop the depth of children's learning. Currently, my school's curriculum follows a thematic approach to teaching and learning anchored with a core text connected to the theme and with subjects integrated, linking it all back together. The primary exposures of the children are also ensured to be the same language speaking so that strategic mental growth can be supported. In the case of bilingual language and education, the families have the role of motivating the child for new learning processes. The development of a child's approach towards learning and the development of bilingual education is dependent on the scale to which the parents and the communities are influenced by language.
Highlighting this potential barrier sheds light to Egan's statement on being imaginative within education, as a process is intended to stimulate the ability to visualize situations, events or outcomes different to those that already exist currently or in the past. If learners become too reliant on educators giving information consequently, it requires them to think less, which stunts active, critical and creative thinking.
Children find it easy to transfer learning from one area, domain to another. All the evidence shows that most children find it very difficult to transfer learning from one area to another. Knowledge and skills are so context-specific that children may simply fail to recognize that something they had already learned can be applied to a new situation. Adults can help children to make the connection.
To be original or to have originality is a facet of imagination that requires individuals to use their imagination to develop new ideas, thoughts or products that are original to the creator. Although, an important consideration here is, each child's creative abilities can be related to his or her personal stage of development. Therefore, it is crucial to understand that being imaginative or original may look different at different stages of learning and growth.
Creativity is limited to arts subjects. Although creativity is often associated with creative subjects, such as art and music, creativity is not subject-specific. Creativity is a way of approaching problem solving that can be exercised in different areas. On the other hand, creativity does not take place in a vacuum. The way in which children express creativity will be different in different curriculum areas.
From an educational point of view in the 21st century, educators are preparing students to become a contributing member in a rapidly changing society, so creativity may be viewed with an influence on the human capital approach. Worthy of highlighting, as is it Sharp who suggests that creativity is the ability to produce an outcome of value and worth. Therefore, the outcome could be producing products or nurturing creative people, which in our current competitive capitalistic economy could be seen as an asset.
About 5 years ago, I began teaching at a 5-form entry primary school in East London as a Year 2 teacher with my own classroom responsibilities. Last year, I took on the role as learning leader for Year 2 and therefore I am responsible for supporting the academic development and well-being of roughly 130 children and assisting colleagues to ensure teacher standards are met to a high degree.
The curriculum should enable pupils to think creatively and critically, to solve problems and to make a difference for the better. It should give them the opportunity to become creative, innovative, enterprising and capable of leadership to equip them for their future lives as workers and citizens.
The creative process is fun, it should not be taken too seriously. Creativity may seem like a fun, self-indulgent activity to counteract the more serious work of the classroom. But the creative process presents many challenges. It requires concentration, persistence and determination to succeed. It may in fact be a frustrating and difficult process. Creativity deserves to be taken seriously. Children do benefit from free play and unstructured arts activities. But left entirely to their own devices, children's play and artwork can become routine and repetitive. Children need stimulation and creative problems to solve. Adults can help children to develop their creative skills through play. There is a balance to be struck here, because insisting on extensive knowledge and skill development can be stultifying. On the other hand, knowledge and skill are fundamental to creativity. Existing knowledge of the world is a starting point for young children's play.